Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'll show you how to build an advanced RFID and keypad-based smart door lock system using Arduino. This project offers dual authentication by allowing access through either an authorized RFID card or a secure PIN entered on the keypad. I'll explain the complete circuit diagram, Arduino code, and the working of every module step by step. We'll also see how to add and remove RFID cards, change the password without reprogramming the Arduino, and finally test the complete system with a live demonstration. Now let's begin by understanding the connections of the RFID module. In this project, I am using the popular MFRC522 RFID Reader, which communicates with the Arduino using the SPI communication protocol. The RFID module has a total of 8 pins, but for this project, we only need 7 of them. First, connect the VCC pin of the RFID module to the 3.3 volt pin of the Arduino, because this module is designed to operate only at 3.3 volts. Connecting it directly to 5 volts may permanently damage the module. Next, connect the GND pin to the Arduino GND. Now let's connect the SPI communication pins. Connect the SDA, also called the SS pin, to digital pin 10 of the Arduino. Connect the SCK pin to digital pin 13, the MOSI pin to digital pin 11, and the MISO pin to digital pin 12. Finally, connect the RST pin to digital pin 9. With these connections completed, the Arduino can communicate with the RFID reader, read the unique UID of every RFID card or tag, verify whether it is authorized, and grant or deny access accordingly. Now let's connect the 16x2 I2C LCD display, which is used to display all the important information of the system, such as scanning status, password entry, access granted or denied messages, and the admin menu. Since this is an I2C display, only 4 connections are required, making the wiring much simpler compared to a normal parallel LCD. Connect the VCC pin of the display to the 5-volt pin of the Arduino and the GND pin to the Arduino GND. Next, connect the SDA pin to the Arduino's A4 pin and the SCL pin to the A5 pin. These 2 pins are dedicated for I2C communication on the Arduino Uno. After completing these 4 connections, the LCD will communicate with the Arduino and provide real-time feedback to the user, making the smart door lock system much more user-friendly and interactive. Throughout the project, all system messages and menu options will be displayed on this LCD for easy operation. Script. Now let's connect the buzzer, which provides audible feedback for every action performed by the user. In this project, the buzzer is used to indicate key presses, successful authentication, access denied, admin mode activation, and other system events through different beep patterns. Connect the positive terminal of the buzzer to the A0 pin of the Arduino and connect the negative terminal directly to the GND pin. The Arduino generates different tones using the built-in tone function, allowing the system to produce unique sound patterns for different operations. This makes the door lock system more interactive and helps the user understand the system status even without looking at the LCD display. Now let's connect the servo motor, which acts as the physical locking mechanism of our smart door lock system. In this project, I'm using an SG90 servo motor to simulate the opening and closing of the door lock. The servo motor has 3 wires, power, ground, and signal. Connect the red wire to the 5-volt pin of the Arduino, the brown or black wire to GND, and the orange or yellow signal wire to the A1 pin of the Arduino. Whenever an authorized RFID card is scanned or the correct password is entered, the Arduino rotates the servo motor to the unlock position, allowing the door to open. After a few seconds, the servo automatically returns to its original position, locking the door again. This automatic locking feature enhances the security of the system by ensuring that the door is never left unlocked accidentally. Now let's connect the status indicator LEDs, which provide a clear visual indication of the system's current state. In this project, I am using 2 LEDs, a green LED to indicate successful authentication and door unlock, and a red LED to indicate that the system is locked or access has been denied. Connect the anode or positive terminal of the green LED to the A2 pin of the Arduino through a 220 ohm current limiting resistor and connect the cathode to GND. Similarly, connect the anode of the red LED to the A3 pin through another 220 ohm resistor and connect its cathode to GND. During normal operation, the red LED remains on to indicate that the door is locked. When an authorized RFID card is scanned or the correct password is entered, the green LED turns on, indicating that access has been granted. These LEDs provide a quick and easy way to understand the current status of the smart door lock system at a glance. Now let's connect the 4x4 matrix keypad, which allows users to enter the security pin and access the admin menu. The keypad consists of 8 pins, 4 row pins and 4 column pins. In this project, we are using only 3 column pins to optimize the Arduino's available I/O pins, while all 4 row pins are connected. Connect the 4 row pins of the keypad to Arduino digital pins 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then connect the 3 column pins to digital pins 6, 7, and 8, respectively. Once these connections are completed, the Arduino can detect every key press accurately. The keypad is used to enter the door unlock password, navigate the admin menu, change the security pin, and perform various administrative functions, making it an essential part of this advanced smart door lock system. Now that all the hardware connections are completed, let's see the complete working of this advanced smart door lock system. First, I'll unlock the door using the default keypad password. The default password is 1234. After entering the password, I'll press the hash key to confirm. As you can see, the LCD displays access granted, the green LED turns on, the buzzer plays a success tone, and the servo motor rotates to unlock the door. After a few seconds, the servo automatically returns to its original position, locking the door again. Now let's try entering an incorrect password. I'll enter a random PIN and press the hash key. Since the password is incorrect, the LCD displays access denied, the warning buzzer sounds, and the door remains securely locked. Next, let's enter the admin mode. To do this, I'll scan the master blue RFID card. As soon as the card is detected, the LCD displays the admin menu with options to add a new card, delete an existing card, or change the security PIN. First, I'll register a new RFID card. I'll press 1 to select the Add Card option, and then I'll scan the green RFID card. The system successfully stores the card in EEPROM memory and displays a confirmation message indicating that the card has been registered. Now I'll press the asterisk key to exit the admin menu. Let's verify that the newly added card is working correctly. I'll scan the green RFID card once again. This time, the system recognizes the card as an authorized user, grants access, and the servo motor unlocks the door successfully. Now let's see how to remove an RFID card. I'll scan the master blue card again to enter the admin menu. This time, I'll press 2 to select the delete card option. Now I'll scan the same green RFID card. The system deletes the card from EEPROM memory and confirms that access has been revoked. To verify the deletion, I'll scan the green RFID card once again. As you can see, the system no longer recognizes the card. The LCD displays access denied, the warning buzzer sounds, and the door remains locked. Now let's change the keypad password. Once again, I'll scan the master blue card to enter the admin menu. This time, I'll press 3 to select the Change PIN option. I'll enter the new password 1303, then press the hash key to save it. The LCD confirms that the new PIN has been saved successfully. Finally, I'll press the asterisk key to return to the main screen. To verify the new password, I'll enter 1303 on the keypad and press the hash key. As you can see, the system accepts the new PIN, grants access, and the servo motor unlocks the door successfully. This confirms that the password has been updated and stored permanently in EEPROM memory, so it will remain saved even after the system is powered off.